Hey everyone, and welcome on in. I'm Funnel Mark, and today we'll be checking out the Outriders demo. Going over the Devastator class, covering its skills, class trees, and potential endgame builds on full release. But before we get into that, a quick thank you for checking out the video. If you do like the content, consider giving a thumbs up, hitting subscribe, and turn those notifications on for future content. With that out of the way, let's get into it. In this section, we're going to go over the basics of the Devastator and show you what it's capable of. As you can see, it is a close range tank. Its melee skill does do damage and inflict the bleed status effect, and with its healing mechanic, you will recover health from enemies you kill within your close range. As you can see down the bottom, its buffs are close range kills will heal you by 24% of your maximum health. You do receive an additional 15% maximum health and increase your armor by 30%. Over here on the right, as you can see, the classes are split down into a Vanquisher, Warden, and Seismic Shifter. More on those later in the video. Next, we're going to cover the Devastator skills. As you can see, we only have access to the first 4 skills in the demo. These are unlocked at level 1, level 3, level 4, and level 6. Alongside this, you can only equip 3 skills at any given time. The first skill is Earthquake. This is a shockwave that goes along the ground in front of you, dealing damage and interrupting. Now we have Golem. This turns you into stone. You take only 65% of incoming damage for 8 seconds. With Gravity Leap, you jump up and then slam into the ground, doing damage and interrupting those that are close by. Then we have Reflect Bullets. This skill puts up a barrier that captures incoming bullets and damage and then reflects those back after 10 seconds. The skills we don't have access to are Impale. The target selected will be Impale, doing damage, interrupting, and being afflicted with the bleed. An added bonus to this is if the enemy is killed by the Impale, it provides a small buff area for you and your allies. Tremor. This creates a series of explosions around you. Each explosion deals damage and drains health. Then we have a Boulder Dash. You charge forward, interrupting those in your path and finishing off with smashing the ground and doing damage to those very close by. And lastly, we have the Endless Mass. This encases your target in stone, inflicting bleed and pulling in those who are close by. The target then explodes, doing damage to those who are pulled in. In this section, we're going to be covering the Devastator class tree. As you can see in the demo, we do only have access to 2 class points. However, on full release, you will get the full 20 points at maximum level. As you can see, it is divided into 3 subclasses. First is Vanquisher. This focuses on increasing your close range damage, weapon damage being Assault and Shotgun. And the skills that are buffed and used in this tree are Gravity Leap, Boulder Dash, and Endless Mass. Next is Warden. This focuses on increasing your armor and health alongside your health regen. Any skill can be used with this path depending on your individual playstyle. Lastly, we have Seismic Shifter. This focuses on increasing anomaly power, the bleed status effect. The skills that are buffed and used in this path are Earthquake, Impale, and Tremor. Next, we'll be covering builds for each path that I believe will be viable in the end game. This first build uses the Vanquisher class tree. As you can see, it does use the full 20 points that will be available to you at maximum level. This build focuses on buffing your assault weapon damage by increasing your magazine size, weapon damage, and assault weapon damage, as well as focusing on your kinetic skills. As you can see down below, these are all the full stats you will have from running this path. The skills that I would use with this are Gravity Leap, Boulder Dash, and Endless Mass. As you can see, this second build does still utilize the Vanquisher path. Using all full 20 points that will be available to you at max level, this build focuses on buffing your shotgun weapon damage by increasing your close range damage, weapon damage, and shotgun weapon damage, as well as focusing on your kinetic skills. As you can see down below, these are all the full buffs you will receive running this build. The skills that I would use with this are Gravity Leap, Boulder Dash, and Endless Mass. This next build utilizes the Warden path, making you as tanky as possible. Big increases to your armor and health, which in turn buffs your firepower, anomaly power, and your weapon damage. As you can see by the stats down below, these are all the buffs that you will receive running this path. The skills that I would use with this are Gravity Leap, Boulder Dash, and Endless Mass. This last build uses the Seismic Shifter path, and it is my personal build of choice for the Devastator. It does use all 20 class points available to you at max level. It focuses on increasing your bleed status effect and your anomaly power, in turn providing buffs for both firepower and your armor. As you can see by all the stats down below, these are the full buffs you will have by running this path. The skills that I would use for this are Earthquake, Impale, and Tremor. Overall, the Devastator is the tank class for Outriders, but this doesn't hold it back from dishing out that damage. Being able to choose between damage or tank builds gives you some variety. If you like being up close in the action without being a glass cannon, then this is the class for you. This does bring us to the end of the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Quick reminder that if you do like the content, consider giving a thumbs up, hitting subscribe, and turn those notifications on for future content. Take care, and I'll see you next time.